Hey there, Saki here from Sakitech, and in today's video I want to tell you guys 5 reasons why the Samsung Galaxy S7 that just got announced and will be released very shortly is better than the iPhone 6s that came in September 2015, which is like 6 months ago. So I know that some of you guys already hate me just because of the title, but just to be clear, I'm not a fanboy. I don't have any preference. I don't have any romantic feelings for smartphones. In fact, there's a video in the description below. You can go and watch. I compared the iPhone 6s Plus to the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, and I conclude that they're equally amazing devices. But the S7 has brought some amazing features to the table. Okay, maybe not amazing features, but very practical, very useful features that do make it better than the 6s, and I'm going to tell you what they are. Let's start with number 1. Now, the first reason the S7 is better than the iPhone 6s is because of the water resistance. Okay, it's an this S7 has an IP68 certified water resisting capabilities. So that means you can take that phone, you can submerge it into water, into 5 meters of water for 30 minutes, and absolutely nothing happens to it. Now, if you take the iPhone and you submerge it into water, it's gone, it's destroyed. I mean, I'm sure there's some tests out there that say it's not destroyed, but it is going to get the damage. The water is going to go inside, and at some point, you're going to pay for water exposure. Now, with the S7, that's not a case. You know, you can go into the rain, you can take a photo with it. You can hop into the shower. I don't know why you want to do that, but you can hop into the shower, and you know, you could just play with your phone, listen to music, check some text messages or whatever you want to do. But the point is not to jump into the shower with the phone. The point is you can do that and the phone is going to be safe. But for me, the biggest thing is if it's raining and I have to check a text message or take a phone call or even take a photo, you can take some amazing photos in rain. Then the S7 is completely going to be undamaged. And if I accidentally drop it into water for whatever reason, it's safe. It's going to come out with no water damage. So that's the first reason I think the Samsung Galaxy S7 is in fact better than the iPhone 6s that has no water resistance capabilities at all. Number 2, gorgeous design. So in the past, all the way up until Samsung Galaxy S5, we were cursed with the plastic construction for the Samsung phones. You had plastic in the back, you had plastic trims on the side, but that has changed. The Samsung Galaxy S7 now has metal in the front and back, and it's not just any metal, it's Gorilla Glass, so it's very durable, and you've got metal trims that surround the edges of the device, which is fantastic, right? Now, the iPhones have always been top-notch in build quality, and up until the Samsung Galaxy S5, I always gave the win to the iPhone for being a beautiful, gorgeous aluminum unibody design. But the Samsung Galaxy S7 has, now it's up to par, if not even higher than the iPhone 6s. And the reason I'm saying it might be higher is because of your subjective tastes. So some people like the iPhone 6s design better, some people like the S7 better, but the bottom line is that is now in fact a choice. People can make a choice. They can say, look, S7 is a gorgeous phone, I'm gonna go with the S7. It's not plastic anymore. So that's a big positive for me, that the S7 has a better design. And I'll tell you what my preference is, and you can tell me what your preference is, but I think the S7 looks better than the iPhone 6s. That's not to say the iPhone 6s is a bad looking phone. It's still top of the line, it's still a flagship device, and it's still beautiful, well constructed. But the Samsung S7, I think, looks better, but I understand that is my subjective choice, and you may enjoy the iPhone 6s better. Alright, so that's number 2. I just want to clarify that number 2 is kind of an opinion. So I think the S7 has a better design. You may think something else, but I want to give that as one of the reasons for the S7 being better than the iPhone 6s, just because it is now on par or even higher than the iPhone 6s. If you have a different opinion, you let me know in the comments below. Now let's move on to number 3. Number 3, it expandable storage. Okay, so the S6 did not have storage expansion. S7, thank God, has it. And basically, if you buy an S7 for 32 gigabytes base model, that's a base model, you get 32 gigabytes storage with the cheapest S7. You can buy an SD card and you can expand up to 200 gigabytes of extra storage. 200 gigabytes. That's a lot of movies. Okay, that's a lot of photos. That's a lot of music, and it's all transportable. So you put it in one SD card, the S8 comes out, you transfer it right over. Okay, the iPhone 6s doesn't have anything like that. The base model you can get for the iPhone 6s is 16 gigabytes. If you buy that, you're stuck with it. That's not a good thing. Okay, that's all the music you can have, that's all the photos you can have, that's all the videos you can have. With the S7, boom, you put the card in and you've got 200 gigabytes of extra storage. Okay, or 32 or 64, whatever you need. It's flexible. Okay, so that's number 3. Let's move on to number 4. All right, so reason number 4, better Quad HD display, better display. Okay, so the Samsung Galaxy S7 has a display resolution of 1440 by 2560, which is Quad HD, and you've got 577 pixels per inches. That's, you know, that's top of the line you can get. 577 pixels per inches. Imagine the sharpness. Not only that, it's a Super AMOLED display, so it's proven to be amazing, rich, vibrant, beautiful colors. Now the iPhone 6s, I'm not gonna even say it, it's not even 1080p. Okay, you only have 326 pixels per inches, and the display is not even 1080p, which is 1920 by 1080. The S7 is far ahead in display quality. If you're watching movies, if you're looking at photos, and if you're even looking at like multimedia rich websites, you're going to notice a clear difference in the sharpness and quality of the screen on the S7. That's it. Now, I'm not saying the iPhone 6s is a bad display. Okay, it's got great whites, great blacks. It produces colors very accurately. Okay, and it's still a world-class display. Remember, it's a flagship device. Okay, there's a lot of technology that goes into these things to make that display perfect. But the S7 is ahead, just by specs. Okay, higher resolution, Quad HD resolution, 577 pixels per inches, almost double of the 326 that the iPhone 6s has. So of course you're going to notice the sharpness. Alrighty, I'm not saying the iPhone 6s display sucks. Remember that. But the S7 is in fact better, because I use the phones. I use all these phones all the time, and sometimes I'm using the iPhone 6s Plus, sometimes the Note 5, sometimes the S6 Edge, and sometimes the 6s. And when I switch from the 6s to the Note 5 or the S6 that also have Quad HD displays, I in fact notice a difference in the sharpness and the quality of what I'm looking at. Videos, pictures, you know, some websites and stuff like that. So that's number 4, better screen. Quad HD screen is better than a screen that is not even 1080p. All right. Number 5, the final reason why the S7 is in fact better than the iPhone 6s. Number 5, better camera. Okay, the S7 has a better camera than the iPhone 6s. They're both 12 megapixels, but get this, the aperture on the S7 is f1.7. The aperture on the iPhone 6s is f2.2. The lower the number, that means you can suck in more light. So the lower the number, the better. Okay, so what does it mean that you can suck in more light into the camera? That basically means that at low light conditions, you're gonna have far superior photos. All right, so we already established that you will be getting far superior low light photos due to that improved aperture of f1.7. The opening in the lens is bigger, so more light gets in, and that allows you to take better low light photos. Number 2, the S7 now uses dual sensor pixel technology. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm sorry, dual pixel sensor technology. Now what does that mean? That means you're gonna get super fast autofocus. Okay, super fast, instantaneous. It's going to be faster than the iPhone 6s, period. And it's something that they do use in the high-end DSLRs. As a matter of fact, when the Canon 70D came out, it was advertised with that dual pixel technology. Alrighty, so, and specifically for autofocus. So it's going to be very fast autofocus and amazing low light photography thanks to that beautiful aperture. And if you combine them together, faster autofocus and better aperture, that just translates to even better low light performance. So even in low light, when you focus on something, it's going to just boom, focus right on it. Alrighty, so as a total package, the camera on the S7 is better than the iPhone 6s, but here's the problem. iPhone 6s is not a bad camera. It's a world-class camera, okay? Remember what iPhone 6s is. It's a flagship device from Apple. It's the latest phone on the market, alrighty? From Apple, that is. S7 just simply is better because it is using new technology. So what's happening is, so basically what we have to do is we have to wait for the iPhone 7 to come out and challenge the Samsung Galaxy S7, alrighty? And then we're gonna have a real competition, but right now Samsung S7 has in fact pulled ahead in the competition. I think, that is my opinion again. You may have different opinions, but you do have to stick with the facts, alrighty? Well, thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to sakitech. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you hate my opinions. Alrighty, and have a great day and enjoy the rest of your day.